Day 5. Why you think you are not God? Quote by Albert Einstein. The initiative mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Feel. Our persona is limiting our ability to hear our inner voice? I am. Yes, lots of people embrace their persona and block their inner self. They do not recognize that their thoughts created everything that surrounds them and everything they have become. Some don't want to believe that their thoughts are responsible. That's why people have created this idea of an evil God. They don't like what they have created. People who say God is all loving and mean it are really happy. They may not understand that they are God, but they feel that God is signing love down upon them instead of judgment. Feel. So it's really people judging themselves, not God. I am. Absolutely. Right and wrong, good and bad are human creations. Some would rather think that this idea of God outside them is responsible and that He is mean and doesn't love them. That would explain why they find themselves in what they feel is misery. If you're looking at your life and you are unhappy with what surrounds you and what you are, it is because you're not aware of your creative power. If you're happy with what surrounds you, it's because you understand that you have a power on some level. You know you are more than doubts and fears of your persona. Feel. So tell me more about the persona. What is the persona? I am. The persona is the part of you that believes you are not God and believes that we are not all one. It's a gift that you are given when you come into a body in a physical world that allows you to believe you are an individual. Because of the persona, you are able to have a multitude of experiences as an individual. Your persona doesn't change the truth about who you really are, but it exists in a physical world because it has been created. There's only one real truth. That truth is you are God and your thoughts create. When your parents found out that they were pregnant with you, they began thinking thoughts about you, guessing what you would be like, hoping and worrying about you. Their thoughts started to create your persona. When they told other people that they were pregnant, those people started thinking thoughts about you too. They wondered and worried about you. Doctors started thinking thoughts about you. When you were born, the doctors and the nurse examined you and they started to create upon you. Then you were given a name and your name wasn't God. Your name was Zoe or Anne. And you grew up believing that's who you are. You were an individual. You weren't part of the oneness that is God. It's not truth, but it's creation. So it exists in the physical world. Feel. My persona is not something I created. It's something other people created of me. I am. For the first few years of your life, you're only being created upon. You're running on a blueprint. You're made of I am, but I am's consciousness is not in you creating with its thoughts. But at a certain age, it varies depending on the person. I am's consciousness and ability to create with thoughts enters into child. It's about this time that a person will remember their first memory. You had a very limited ability to remember before then because I am's consciousness was not in you yet. When I am's consciousness is in you, your thoughts join with every else's to continue creating a persona. In most cases, you will continue reinforcing what other people are creating upon you. If you're told that you are a great kid who is smart and awesome all of the time, you'll believe it. You'll walk around knowing how awesome you are. You'll tell people, I'm a great kid, I'm awesome, I'm really smart. Those thoughts will be created and recreated constantly, and that's what you'll grow up believing. If somebody at some point says you're stupid or bad, you'll start wondering, am I stupid? Am I bad? The more you think about it, the more you'll start creating it. So you create your persona too. But you don't start creating upon your own persona until you're old enough for I am to be thinking and creating in your body. Feel. Why does I am wait to get into the body? Why not go in right away? I am. So your persona can be created. Feel. I am wants to create personas. Why would I am do that to itself? I am wants to be heard and be I am, but at the same time, I am wants to have individual experiences. Having the persona as a veil between humans and who they really are is the only way to have an individual experiences. Without personas, I am has full knowing of his oneness with everything in both spiritual and physical worlds. This is a pure joy, but limits the physical experiences I am can have. Feel. So personas exist so I am can have individual experiences? I am, yes. For example, when you love someone, you believe that they are separate individual, and forming a connection of oneness with them feels joyful. Love is the closest humans get to feeling what it is to be fully God. And that's why love feels so wonderful. Another example is fulfilling a blueprint. If you had no persona, there would be no opportunities to learn and grow because you would have full knowing of who you are. The persona allows I am to come into human bodies and experience being individuals who will learn and grow and make choices. The persona really is a gift, the gift of individuality. If you feel that your life is full of opportunity to create more of what you want, you are likely to view the persona as a gift. If you feel that your life is happening to you and you have no power to create what you want, you may not view your persona as a gift. Feel. So I am is seeking self-expression and the persona is preventing that? I am, yes. The persona is afraid. Feel. Why is the persona afraid? I am. The persona is afraid that you'll find out that it is not real. Like you, is afraid of dying. Most people's number one fear is dying, isn't it? Can you think of anything someone would be more afraid of? Feel. No. I am. Why is that? It's because they are the persona, and that's the persona's fear. It's afraid of dying because it knows it doesn't really exist. The persona knows when this body dies, it turns to dust. I am is not afraid of dying because I am knows the only thing that's real is I am, and I am cannot die. Feel. But everyone is still I am, even if they think they are the persona. I am, yes. Feel. So they don't really die? I am, no. But as an individual, as a persona, you were created this one time. They aren't going to be the same unique experiences and people to create your exact persona ever again. Once your body dies, your persona is not coming back because it never really existed in the first place. It's just a creation. Feel. So when the persona dies, all that's left is I am. We have no choice but to realize we are I am at that point. I am, yes. You'll know immediately. You'll be the one with I am in the spiritual world, radiating love. All the thoughts and memories of your body will still be in the universal mind in the spiritual world. Someone dreaming 2000 years from now might experience parts of your life in his dreams because those memories and thoughts will always be swirling around in the universal mind in the spiritual world. In that way, the experience of all personas live on. Feel. What are the ways the persona seeks to maintain its control and limit us from realizing we are I am? I am. Every tactic the persona uses is fear. There isn't anything else that sums up all the thoughts in the world. Either you know you are I am or you are afraid. Feel. So this fear that the persona is using, how does it manifest in our world? What are some of the results that we see? It obviously has a huge impact on the shape of our society and how people interact. I am. The biggest thing is that people allow governments and individuals with more perceived authority to have control and influence over them. They allow other people to tell them what to do. Feel. So the persona wants control because it's afraid? I am. Yes. The persona has control because it's afraid. The persona is afraid because deep inside it knows who you really are. It knows that it's just a creation and you are God. Feel. So right now, Erin's persona is only allowing through information that it believes it has access to, because to allow anything else through would be denying its own existence. I am. Yes. Feel. That's what blocking is? Is the persona protecting itself from the truth? I am. Yes. Feel. But earlier you said the persona knows the truth but doesn't want you to find out. Who is the you that you're referring to if there is only I am and Erin? I'm obviously knows the truth and is trying to tell Erin the truth. And if Erin is the persona, then who is the persona trying to hide it from other than itself? I am. The persona has two sides like a coin. One side is the side that you believe you are. The other side is fighting I am and keeping you unaware of what's going on. It's the side that thinks what you might perceive as evil thoughts even though you don't understand why you're thinking them when you don't want to be thinking that way. Feel. I understand the side of persona that's created through the other people's ideas and my ideas when I'm old enough. How is the side of the persona that's fighting I am created? I am. It is created out of fear. When you create a persona and tell it that it's not God, it becomes afraid and thinks it needs to protect itself. Parents love their children and want to keep them safe. They teach their children to be careful and to protect themselves. And so the children think, I'm weak and need protecting. And so the children think, I'm weak and need protecting. And as a child, you build something to protect yourself. Phil, which is this part of the persona? I am. Yes. Now is part of the persona that you aren't consciously aware of. It was created by you and the people around you to protect yourself. It's the bad thinking thoughts that protect you. All the things you call bad stem from fear, from thinking that you need to protect yourself. Feel. So is that the part of persona that's going to tell you, oh, don't trust that guy, or don't believe what they're saying, stuff like that? I am. Yes. But sometimes that's I am too. It depends on whether or not you really should trust that guy. Beyond allowing you to have individual experiences, the person is never helping you. If he's telling you not to trust somebody, you should probably consider trusting them. If I am telling you not to trust somebody, then you should listen. Feel gotcha. And you need to know the difference. And you need to know the difference. I am. That's right. It's very important. And you can't know the difference until you start listening to your thoughts. Feel. So at some point, I'll get good at telling the difference in the voices. I am. Yes. Even though it's the same voice, you can tell the difference in the speaker. All the negative thoughts in your head are your persona. All the positive thoughts are I am. That's how you tell the difference. Feel. So if it's a doubting thought, I should think, and that's the persona? Yes. Feel. As Erin trusts in I am more and builds her knowing that her thoughts create, there'll be less of Erin's doubts. I am. Yes. Feel. As those limiting beliefs dwindle away, her knowing becomes fuller. I am. Limiting beliefs can only dwindle away because knowing increases. Knowing increases because your awareness that your thoughts create increases. Feel. So the more we understand and experience that our thoughts create, by taking action and building, the more our knowing grows. As our knowing grows, our limiting beliefs dwindle and I am becomes fuller. I am. Yes. If that is what you create, you can build your knowing and still keep your persona. You will not be fully I am, but you will be a persona that knows it is I am and creates. You know now what it is that you want to create. You believe that it's possible, but you don't believe it is done yet. Take action and work on your creation. Work only has to be done because you aren't complete in your knowing yet. You wouldn't call it work if you were complete in your knowing. If you were complete in your knowing, you would only be I am focused in human vessel, and you would be joyfully typing away on the computer. You would be so excited to say these words. You would be radiating love. Feel. So our doubts and fears are preventing us from the joyful experience of typing away. I am. Fear is not knowing. Feel. That's why some things are perceived as work and other things are perceived as joyful. I am. Yes. Feel. So we can take anything and turn it into work, or we can take anything and turn it into joyful experience. I am. Yes. Erin and I were talking earlier about how she has gone to big amusement parks a few times in her life. She said she has never had such a joyful experience as she went recently. Other times it has felt like a hassle. She would feel hot, sweaty and tired. She just wanted to go home and sit down, but this last time she decided that she would be joyful. My point is that anyone can, and people do this every day, turn experiences that could be joyful into misery. Their thoughts are created immediately, so whatever they think it is, it is. Main thoughts from day 5. God does not judge, humans judge. Good and bad, right and wrong are human creations. Your persona is a creation. It is not who you really are. The veil of the persona allows us to experience the physical world as an individual.